Hello everyone, this is SiegeLink here again, and this is going to be a new campaign I'm going to be starting. And before I get into it real quick, I am going to tell you a bit of why my Shimazu campaign kind of ended a bit abruptly. I did explain it a bit in my last video, but first off, that last video I bet not only very few of you watched, but it's just very bad because for some reason my game resolution, the problem I had in some of the beginning episodes turned out to be my game resolution, which I'm actually gonna check right now to make sure it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So this is the resolution I need to set it to. I think when I originally had this, it was set to like this, but out of nowhere, it was for some weird reason set to this, and I have no idea why I did that. So the resolution was becoming a big problem, and I was gonna make one more Shimazu video before going to the Chosokabe, but for some really strange reason, I'm not joking in the slightest. I don't remember what I did. I was just dealing with some non-clan religion, moved an army up here, was planning to take out the last bit of the Shoni, and then I won the victory. I was chasing down the soldiers just so I didn't have to siege them out. I didn't have to fight even more soldiers, because there was a lot that could have gotten away if I just didn't chase them down. The second the mission ended, literally I was chasing down the 50 soldiers left and they were just about to get to the safe zone, the game crashes. The game crashes. And I was literally a minute before stopping the recording. It pissed me off so much, because I just want one more episode, but now to stop pretty much the entire campaign on something like that, where I'm gonna have to with bad resolution and everything, that's just bad. I might start it back again, but if that's the case, I'm gonna probably just take out the Sagara on my own time, and possibly even the Chosokabe, or maybe at least have a landing force, but then deal with the Chosokabe later. So there are quite a lot of clans that you can play as in this game. I do have the DLC for this game because I got it on a really good sale. In fact, there was a bit of a bigger sale on actually, I don't even think it was a bigger sale. I think it was the same percent difference, but it turned out the price was bigger, so it actually ended up being a bit more of a sale. So I actually ended up getting the DLC for this, Rise of the Samurai, and these 3 DLC clans, the Hattori, Ikoiki, and Otomo, pretty much for free. And then some. I do like the Takeda a lot, to the point where they're probably my favorite clan in the game, passing now the Chosokabe, simply because I don't like the Chosokabe's starting position. Because after you taking out this island, you either have to dock down here and take this island, but if that's the case, you're opening yourself up very much for naval invasions, because in this game you really can't see anything beyond land, unless you have trade with people. If you go where the Mori is, you can take this chunk, but you are kind of spreading yourself thin, because you'll have to go 2 different directions, and if you don't, one side is going to be very open. And if you just dock right here, you are just expanding outward like a flower, and that's a very, very bad way to expand. In a normal game that has realm divide, in a short campaign at least, I do recommend going for that flower shape though, because if you can build up some very strong armies, and because the Chosokabe have increased income from farms, you can get quite a lot of money. You can even get some trade nodes. But this is modded. I'm going to do normal and long campaign. The reason I'm doing Chosokabe normal, I would have planned to do it with the Takeda, but as of right now, I'm thinking of doing a Date hard campaign next, because the Date I can deal with quite nicely on hard, but it's still quite a challenge. The Takeda I'm not going to do because I'm testing them right now on hard difficulty and in a long campaign. And if they're not that hard, then I might go for them. But the big problem right now with my testing, it seems that the clan up here that controls Hida seems to always take North Shinano very quickly, meaning you have to declare war on them rather than Murakami, which are very weak starting off, which kind of limits your options. The biggest problem with Takeda is that they're not, they don't have a port to start off with, and they're in the middle of Japan, the middle to right of Japan. they're like on the border between small and large provinces. But I'm gonna start with the Chosokabe, probably my favorite clan in the entire game. From the clan traits, even though I do like the Takeda Fire Cav a lot more now, so I'm actually liking them quite a bit. Reduce recruitment cost and upkeep for all bow infantry, and they can recruit superior bow infantry, and they have increased income from farms, which I also love quite a lot. Now, the bow infantry is the confusing part, because instead of just being all bows, this means that they don't actually get bonuses to bow cavalry, which the Takeda, the Masters of Horses, do. So, bow cavalry, Takeda, the cavalry-based clan, do get buffs, but the bow clan doesn't. That I find annoying, and I feel like with the Chosokabe, you really, even if you don't get buffs to bow cavalry, you really want to be using them. Because even though Yari cavalry might arguably be better, with the Chosokabe's style with superior bows, to skirmish around with bow cavalry and just bait a few units to the point where, you can pick and choose to the point where you can fight even less infantry, your bows can do so much. But I've rambled on for enough right now, so let's just start it. We'll watch the opening scene again. I actually like the one for the Chosokabe quite a bit. It's very nice.
This is Sengoku Jidai, the age of the country at war. For 200 years, the Ashikaga shoguns have ruled from Kyoto. Great splendor and power theirs. Now, the overmighty clans no longer obey. The time has come for a new warlord to become Shogun. But who will be victorious? Chosokabe lands have always provided for our people. Our enemies are many and envious. They threaten our borders and look for any weakness. This is our land. We respect its ways. Our farmers work hard and grow more than other men. But we are master warriors too. Our archers are admired by all. No arrow flies truer than the Chosokabe shaft. Bishamund, the war god has woken. Now is the time to defeat our enemies. All will bow to the Chosokabe clan. We wait no longer. Destiny calls!
I don't like how even on higher graphic settings, that cutscene is quite bad looking, but at the same time, like, it's just such a good cutscene. I can't stress it enough. Even with bad, I mean, it just proves that even with bad graphics, it can be a good cinematic cutscene. Even though I wouldn't say that for some of the stuff in like say the second Warcraft game. Now, do I want to go for quick? I want to go for quick roads. That's for certain. I can recruit bow samurai turn 1, and I feel like that is actually going to be worth it because I'm going to be able to get at least one trade node with my ships. But I say we should go for this immediately as well. So there's a rebel group here, like in most campaigns. I could easily just auto-resolve this, but I'm gonna fight on the battlefield. The Takeda's beginning fight, their first fight against a Murakami clan, I like a bunch because not only do you get Dreaded Force, which instills fear in enemy units, but also I like it a lot because it's the only time that you start with only one Yari Shigaru, one Yari Samurai, but you start with a light cav already in your army. So you give up one infantry for one cavalry, and that's actually very useful for chasing down the force. It makes it so you don't have to chase it down at all, which is actually quite crucial because Murakami actually run away when you first target them. And also the overall design of the map is probably my favorite. The Chosokabe is actually one of my least favorites in this regard because they usually just camp up on this hill and you actually have to assault the hill. So even though they might be described as easy, their beginning mission is actually kind of hard, at least for new players, because you have to actually learn how to assault a hill like this. And this hill design is probably the best hill design in the entire game to actually be on, because not only is it large, there are some areas you can go up like this, even though it's a bit very, very hard. You can go up this way, but it's very, very tight. And you can go up this way. It's also very tight. So there's like natural walls, natural cliffs. So they can deploy anywhere around here. Now, I'm the aggressor, so I have to be aggressive, obviously. Bring my generals over this way. Oh, I think what I should do is I should just pre-line up. Now, even though I'm the aggressor, I do have quite an advantage being the aggressor, because if it's just going to be a bow versus bow fight for like the entirety of it. And this is just light cav. Now in this game, rebels have very, very small amounts of morale as well. I wish they added something like barbarians into the game, because the thing about like rebels is that they never attack you. Like they never they never act like an enemy. Like they'll just defend their area, defend their province, but they'll never do anything other than that. So I feel like they should add barbarians, which are like the same thing, but except they do actually attack and they are aggressive. Except I think a good way to add barbarians into the game is make it so they commonly will not like siege you, but instead what they'll do is they'll only siege you if like you're really weak. But if not, if they will commonly pick a fight with bigger powers, but they'll just like pillage everything. They'll like sabotage everything. But I didn't actually realize there that all of it was still zoomed in. But yep, their general is completely suicidal. That's how generals are in this game a lot. Keep this Yari Shigaru here purely because not only do I not really need him up there, but especially now that his general is gonna die. It's not even a general; it's just a light cav that was forced into a general position. And I don't turn that into. I didn't mean for that to be a pun. Is it very general though? I mean, it's not really general, I would say. Like most people can get what I'm getting, can understand what I'm getting at here. I'm actually gonna loop my general, my shogun. I always say that, my daimyo over here. Purely because once these guys die, I'm gonna be able to chase them down and kill all of them. So there will be no more rebellion. Yep, here it comes. Oh boy. No, Yari Shigeru, come back. Yep, they're coming from my bows. I have to just recharge them. One more shot off. Come on. Come on, boy, Shigeru, shoot! Shoot one more time! Oh my gosh, why are you so slow at reloading? Let's see if I can bait them with my general here.
Our men are running from the battlefield. Shame for display.
Are they in Yari Wall? No, they're not. I was about to say, like, how are my units running away when they're, like, not even close to in a good position right now? How are my units more exhausted? This makes no sense. This makes absolutely no sense how my units are more exhausted than theirs. It's 2 Yari Ishiguro versus 1. In fact, one of them's a Yari Samurai. How is this happening? How is this happening? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna bring my daimyo in. I don't care.
My lord,
Okay, good.
we will soon be yours.
Let's speed it up. Yep, and that right there is it. Clever hawk rides its claw. Japanese proverb. Never actually seen that text before, and that's actually some nice text. If people want to see anything in Rise of the Samurai, I will do that, but I'm personally not a Rise of the Samurai fan that much. Okay, now let's get rid of this Yari Samurai. Just to get that income up. Daimyo increased in rank. Let's see what I guess. What I guess. Ooh, okay. It's actually debatable. +1. I feel like +1 honor is really good in the early game. I think I'll take that. I'm not going to be fighting much with them, so I'll take it. So the Kono are the only province I'm at war with right now. I'm trading with the Miyoshi, who start the campaign allied with the Besho, which are right here. Trade partners with me and enemies at the start of the campaign with the largest clan in the entire game, with one province here, and two here. They almost always, in the first few turns, lose Setsu to the Hatakeyama. I think it's because the Hatakeyama have this many soldiers in one of those starting provinces, and these guys have like nothing. So the possibility of them holding it is pretty much the only possibility is if they build up soldiers after the Hatakeyama, for some strange reason, don't attack them. And that's why it's easy to just take this entire island, is because and not have to worry too much. Oh boy, the Kono are coming right off the bat. I'm actually a bit worried that I dismissed that Yari Samurai now, because I lost quite a lot of soldiers. What was that mission? So yeah, so this is the thing. Like, create Way of the Bow. Way of the Bow, you get Chosokabe Bow Samurai. I could recruit Bow Samurai from turn 1, making that pretty much pointless. Okay, that's a small army. I can deal with it. Like, they should have made it, like, if you're gonna give us that, like, make it so that you either have, like, Chosokabe Bow Warrior Monks, or, if anything, make it, Chosokabe Daikyu Samurai, or the special unit. Looks like we're just gonna have 2 fights right off the bat, and then I'm gonna just end this recording, I guess. Or not. They actually walked away, and I'm actually quite glad for that, because I need some time for my units to replenish. And this also means I can start recruiting Bokubayas and just spam them at the trade nodes. Capturing province, +1 recruitment for anything. So I could get a trading post for right off the bat. Yeah, but I think for now getting just two Bow Samurai is gonna be worth it. Now, can I just barely can't start that up.
It is good to see a friendly face. Come.
Yoshi haven't lost the province yet. I wonder if I can ask them for that for just a bit of money. But not offer. Demand 300. Oh, they're willing to take it. Let's try 300 for 5 turns. Because I really don't need this that much. Yep, that's satisfactory. I doubt it's going to be 500. Oh, well, it is. Oh my... Jeez, Miyoshi. Calm down. Okay, I would have just walked... I probably would have walked out of my chair if it was 2,000. Maybe not, but if it was 3,000, definitely. I would have just stormed out the room, probably. Like, this early in the game for them to even have that much money is shocking. Okay, not even that much. You know what? 10-10. Take it. I mean, that's more than $1,000 just for 5 turns of useless military access. To immediately upgrade to a harbor and still have 5 more. I will definitely take that. Took a Gower out right off the bat. Just recruiting more and more and more units. Let's get started on Bushido and then go right for equal fields. Just to get that +1 morale. Then after that, I want to go for the Naginata Samurai. And I'm not sure if I want to go for Chosokabe Daikyu Samurai or bow warrior monks. Because bow warrior monks can kill pretty much any samurai unit before they even get to you. However, Chosokabe Daikyu samurai just barely can't do that. However, their melee stats beat that of a Yari Shigaru. And in fact, if you send a Chosokabe Daikyu samurai into melee after doing a bunch of damage to the samurai units, they will almost lose against every single type of samurai. Katana, Nodachi, and Naginata. I don't remember how my friend Quentin pronounced it, but he pronounced it in a weird way, like Nagiata. Or I think it was Naginata or something. Like, it was really weird. I mean, I can't really blame Quentin too much. I kind of feel like I have to blame him because he's a big Nintendo fan and he does a lot about. He's really interested in like Japanese culture, so I feel. I don't want to pin him down or anything. I just feel like it's kind of weird the way he said it and didn't. Out of anything he didn't know how to pronounce, it was Naginata. Like, that's a very famous Japanese weapon. It's probably. I mean, it's arguably more. It's probably more famous than that of the freaking katana. Yep. So I think when we're turn Bushido, then yeah, just continually recruit some bow samurai, some bow kabayas. I think I'll may do one more turn here, and I'll pass it. I want to see if the Kono are going to come for me. Seems that they're ignoring me. If they do come for me, I'm probably going to end the episode and then just start it with a battle on the next one. I just deeply hope that this isn't going to be like my hard campaign as a Chosokabe. Yep, they're coming with a smaller army. Honestly, it looks just about equal. Maybe like one or two more soldiers than the past one. Wow, I didn't actually think my bow... Wow, my bow samurai actually... Both of them actually recruited that turn. I didn't think... I thought they were going to take one more turn. Wow, okay. Okay. Let's go right here. Plan to counter the Ito, and it's a decent army. The Shimazu haven't died yet, but it should happen soon enough. So I need... Now, I'm not sure what you need to... Okay, give me a sec here. This is a good way to spend my time. Okay, here it is. Chosokabe Daikyu Samurai. So this is... This requires... Only the archery dojo. Okay, I think I'm actually going to prefer the Chosokabe Daikyu Samurai over the Chosokabe Bow Warrior Monks. And the reasoning for that is because in order to have the Chosokabe Bow Warrior Monks, you need not only Essence of Spirit, but also Way of the Bow, because you need the foot archery range. Whereas the Chosokabe Daikyu Samurai only need the encampment and the hunting lodge, which you're going to want to recruit in the same province you would recruit Chosokabe Bow Warrior Monks anyways. And you only need the first level of archery dojo, which we already have. And we can recruit and we can build anytime we want to. So this is only 6 soldiers, 2 of which are generals. So this is going to be a very, very easy fight because we have 4 bowmen, 4 infantry, and 2 Chosokabe bow samurai. And keep in mind, all of my bow units, the reason I like Chosokabe so much is because all of their bow units also have slightly increased melee stats. And Chosokabe bow samurai, like, normal bow samurai can, I think, barely beat a Yari Shigaru out of Yari Wall. Chosokabe bow samurai can do it very nicely. Like, and a Chosokabe Daikyu samurai, I mean, that can just shred apart a Yari Shigaru. And if they didn't rout before they got to you, you could easily just take them out. Now, I don't think I missed a return recruiting. No, I didn't. Now, what's their attitude towards me? Only indifferent. Oh! The Ito actually lost this province to the Shimazu. That'll be interesting if the Shimazu actually win. And yes, I've always wondered why this symbol is similar to that of the Rebel Alliance symbol. Just needs a bit more style. Now here, I think you just need Totofuken, right? Yeah. Todofukin to get the next level of roads, which ups the replenishment rate and town growth. Town growth is not relevant. And oh my, wow, that right there is 24 happiness. I don't think I've ever seen happiness be that high. But I don't think I'm actually going to recruit anything. Well, I do want to get some more Chosokabe Daikyu Samurai. So I'll get one of those and one Yari Shigaru. Actually, no, I'm just going to get one Yari Shigaru, one Chosokabe Bow Samurai. Because what I want to do is I want to take this army out. They're just going to come at me. And I'm just going to easily just crush them. And then I'm just going to march this army out, but I need... Actually, honestly, I don't need these people. Because my people are so calm. It's unbelievable how calm they are. I mean, how much is... Yeah, so it's plus 10. So it would still be 14 even when all that is gone. Yeah, that's pretty insane. No, I'm not going to research this. I'm going to go right for equal fields. Citrus Kabe. So I'm going to save. And that's going to be it for this episode. So I hope you will enjoy this first episode. Next episode we'll take out the Kono completely, hopefully get some trade nodes going, and then go after the Sogo and Sanuki. This is I feel kind of a fitting people to go with because they actually have a decently small island. You can't. What's very sad is that you can't zoom out and see like the entire island of like where it is, because like if you see here you can kind of see how it's like this, but not only does it glitch with like this, but it's just this glitch is just so weird. I can't stress it enough. But either way, that's gonna be it. Really hope someone can help me with this. And seeing as the Chosokabe declared war on the Shimazu, and that's kind of what ended it, or partially what ended the campaign, because of just how long it would be taking to deal with the Sagara and the Chosokabe. Yeah. It's definitely fitting that we're playing as Chosokabe. One of my favorite clans in the game, despite, in my opinion, having a bad starting position. The only reason I think it's good is because they can get trade nodes early on. But even then, it's actually very bad, because once you naval invade over here, you're gonna be surrounded by people who are just gonna destroy your trade nodes. And as a result, you can take stuff on land, but you're gonna have to get those trade nodes back after a while of not having them, which could ruin your income quite heavily. But yeah, if you can't tell, I ramble on quite a bit. That's going to be it for this episode. Hope you will enjoy this, and hopefully soon enough, the next video.